morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin, and it's the morning. It's Tuesday morning. How you guys doing? Drink it if you got it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Horror story. Complete terrible story. I don't know what happened. But this is my little Chromebook. And you can't really see it on the screen, but it says, please insert a recovery USB stick or SD card. And I was like, oh, what happened? So I did a hard reset. And then I, turn it back off and turn it back on. Tried it all, guys. Tried it all. And then I followed this mode to just reset the whole thing. And it didn't do what it was supposed to do. It did what it was supposed to do halfway. And then I hit the tab button because I was like, I guess we gotta figure out why it's acting like this. And it said recovery reason 0 times 26 over 0 times 00. Escape EC, I'm guessing, software system error updating. It's probably because it's an older Chromebook, And I'm like, oh my gosh. How am I supposed to do anything today if I can't read the spooky stories? What is this? That's cool. We can just hang out. But now I'm just like, do I do that weird hard reset where you just hold the power button and you just wait? Do I let the battery drain out and then plug it in and turn it back on? Because some of the issues are crap, man. Yeah, Amy. And I followed this dude's way to just reset the whole thing, clear it out, And it's stuck on the screen where you're supposed to hit Control D to do something. That's crazy. So I don't know, maybe one of the kids dropped it. That makes more sense. And that's what happened to it. But I'm like, dude. Luckily, Petrus takes care of his real computer. And I'm able to get into it, and he didn't even put on a code, so I'm so happy he doesn't have some, you're not allowed to look at my Chromebook, or, no, he has a computer. He was like, I really need one, and I want one with Windows 10. Yeah, I was like, oh no. So I'm just gonna hold it, and see if it'll start. But I do have some scary tales to read. But before I do that, you guys are like, all about it. All right, George is here. We gotta have our little mascot come up on the screen. Scott. It's here, George. I remembered. And also, it's not Boobie Goats, it's Bob Goats. I just don't know how to spell Bob. All right. Yeah, I got it to the screen where it says, please insert a recovery USB stick or SD card, okay? And then you're supposed to hit Control D. And it'll ask me to press enter to start a thing. And I did that, but it was supposed to show a different screen. And now it's just stuck on, please insert recovery USB stick or SD card. And I'm like, I don't have a Chrome OS recovery stick. What the heck? So, I don't know. That's where I'm at on that. I was like, oh, great. Yeah, I think they dropped it. And then I'm like, oh man, and I tabbed everything to read stuff. But first, I will go through all this. But luckily, I have real stuff. So don't worry. I was like, how am I going to do this? You guys go really fast. Should I complain? Just kidding. So I went over to, I was actually cleaning up before I did this, and I was folding 3 baskets of laundry. I've got one left, and I was like, well, I better sweep the floors and everything since I'm gonna have everybody over. And then I go on to Mitch's live stream, and it had a Spanky up there, and I was like, oh no, what happened? So then I opened my computer to find that lovely surprise. Making some coffee too, because that's what you do. You make coffee. Alright. I got another child mask and cape yesterday. A blue one? The blue one would go good. Go good with they had a black one, but the blue one's nice. The red one's okay too. Good morning, retired Rick. He said, good morning, class. My name is Rick, and I'm a carbo-holic. Me too. Believe it or not, I like the liquid ones. Liquid carbs. Okay. Let me go to the top of this thing. So I can't put a poll in because this is not my computer. I could have put a poll in, but I was messing with the other computer. So I don't know, I'm just gonna have to research. Yeah, drip coffee pot. I have it kind of open. That's okay, it'll close sometime. Yeah, I'm popping popcorn, that's what I'm doing. Ugh, you know it. Okay, looks like Granny Boo said good morning, Erin and everyone. Josephine's here. Howdy, Erin and the beautiful people. Yes, beautiful people. I might have put too much coffee in my water in the coffee pot. Yes, I did. I might have overdid it. Oops. I got backups. All sorts of chaos going on here. It's okay. There we are. It'll still make the noise and it won't spill over. Okay. Did it just jump to the beginning? Oh man. Alright, no, we're good, we're good. Thomas is here, Terry's here, good morning. Jeff is here, good morning. Amy's here, Jiffy's here, good morning. I saw Sharon's here too. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Smoothie, George, Bill, Larry. Oh, this is fun, Loretta. Oh, I feel like I didn't get the sleep out of my eyes. It's so early, isn't it? Larry said his Chromebook froze up last night and had to wait until it just died. I'm gonna have to do that. Which, the bad part is, I didn't know it was doing that. I had that screen, so I plugged it in to make sure it was charged for today. So now I've got to wait all day for it to die. Maybe 2 days. Who knows? Maybe I'll just open it up and leave it on until it's completely dead. There's a way to hard reset too, and I tried that, and it just blinks the screen and it won't turn off all the way, and I'm just you know, I was thinking about, that was the best $40 investment ever. Because it's it's a 2019, I think, and it worked last Monday when I used it just to practice on it for a live stream using StreamYard, and I was like, oh, it's okay. Maybe I should add a microphone to it or something, but other than that, it worked until I let Nixon use it, and he swears that he won't drop it, but I think it happened, guys. No evidence to it, but I'm wondering about this. All right. Bill Cook says, hashtag Boobie Goaters. Yeah, here we go. Morning, Lisa. Hi, Terry. Howdy, y'all. I'm hoping the power stays on. There's a big storm tonight. Cold winds. Oh, boy. Yeah, good luck with that, Josephine. I hope it stays on, too. You know, and it's not, too awful. Although I live for, really bad thunderstorms and really bad snowstorms. I love them. Okay. Yeah, there's, yeah, George goes, well, I remembered. Yeah, like that. Like an elephant, George, like an elephant. Not really, but sometimes I do remember. It used to take me so long, and I'd have those pauses, and I'd be like, man, there it goes again, that dementia coming up on me real early. It was kind of weird, though, too. It was late 20s, and I was just like, dang, I'm already doing the dementia stuff, where you, forget what you're doing. Where's your keys? Where's all your things? I was so worried about losing my keys always. I had so many keychains on them, little things, so I wouldn't lose my keys. I don't know. Put them up on the hook. Put them up on the hook. But also, I had little kids, and so this one time, we had the two vehicles at the time. We had the Dodge Durango. And this is when Isaac was little, Veda and Loretta were little, and we had, two cars. We needed that because I was at the post office and I needed a car and my husband needed a car. So yeah, but anyway, this was what had happened. I couldn't find those keys. I was looking everywhere. So finally we had to call like a key dude out, and he had to like remake the key. It was kind of cool how he did it, but anyway, it was like $300. It was crazy. And we only got one key. And then I'm opening up my drawer to put in clothes. And I look down, and guess what was inside my dresser drawer? My keys to my Durango. And guess who was just about tall enough and the right age to be taking keys and putting them in weird places? Isaac. So that's what he did. Oh, good morning, Julie. She's here. Woo. Now the party can really begin. Cheers. Or sip. Okay, and then I'm down here too. If it was dropped, it could be the hard drive failing or something got disconnected. Yeah, maybe for that error, do you think? Or just, it is an older, it's, 2019, but I don't know really how long the Chromebook goes before it actually fails. That's another one. And Steadfast goes, I still have a Keurig and won't get another. It's only me now. My late husband got us a stainless steel percolator, but it's 6 cups. I keep it on my stove and shined because he loved it. Oh, that's sweet. I got that 6 cup. I probably drink like 3 of those a day, but they're not very, it's watery coffee, guys. It's not strong. If it was strong, oh my God. I think I would just take a nap if it was super strong. I had a French press. I love the French press. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And every time I get one, a cat will knock it and bust it because it's glass. And then I was at a Walmart and they got rid of theirs. So it was like discounted. And I was like, we gotta buy 2. And they both came to a terrible end. So that was it. And the French press is great, especially if your little drip coffee maker breaks. You got that. This is also fantastic. I've been waiting like forever to get another percolator, and I was at Costco. And originally they had these for like $70. And then they had them discounted to $35. And then where I'm at, they had some left, and it was like, I guess sale was done or whatever, and they had them for $15. I bought it at $30, but I bought another one at $15. Hopefully my father-in-law doesn't watch this, but I got him one for Christmas too, because he likes coffee. I thought it was a great deal. I mean, $15. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry about the commercials, Bill, but somebody's gotta make what is it? A quarter of a cent. You can hit skip, it's okay. They said that they were gonna fix it, and it was gonna be more like, you still see me move, but then there's gonna be a commercial on the side. And I probably didn't fix it, and I can't get into it because it's on my other computer that won't work right now, which I'm gonna have to do a lot of research to try to fix it. And if I can't, maybe in 3 months when YouTube pays me $100, I'll buy another one. Can't wait. Super excited about that. I might have to get one, like a desktop one, so then they can't move it around and they can't drop it. Ugh. Set it up like a gamer. Where did I find that deal? Oh, it was at Costco. So there's one in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and then there was another one, Mount Juliet. Every time I go to that one, everything's way cheaper than the one in the Murfreesboro, but you gotta drive further out, and it's like, gas-wise, is it the same? Maybe. Why? Thank you, Bill. Hey, commercials just mean you have made it, Aaron, like Mary Tyler Moore. Oh man, where's my hat? I gotta spin. I love the Mary Tyler Moore show. Okay, I've got to go visit that statue. It'd be a great place to visit. Let's see. Yeah, of course you didn't have one. And then we have these weird stores. I think they get like the overstock of those places, like the big box stores and Amazon. And there was one in Cookeville, and I checked it out. And it had basically these, but they wanted $35 for them, so that was like the sale price on them. And then they also had like a bunch of Costco stuff, and it was just like $2 to $3 cheaper. And I was like, you know, to my husband, we could probably cancel the Costco. You can even tell them that you're dissatisfied and they give all your money back for the membership. I forgot to take that off. It's just gonna ding. But because there's another place that sells the same exact stuff, just a little cheaper. I'm like, we don't really need the Costco because the meat there the deal isn't as great. If I was near a Costco business center, I've seen that when people go there, the meat deals are like really good sometimes. Like you never know. And the closest one to me is in Georgia. So that's a drive. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's go back through. Okay. Yeah, who was dropped? I read that one. Rick saying he's a carbaholic. Bill says hit that like button. Lisa says I love Costco. I do too. And I think Flash loves it and Rocky loves it the best. Every time she goes there, she's got to try all the different little things that everybody's passing out. Bill Cook needs 3 more commercials. I told him to do it very sparingly. It'll work maybe. Meat deals are the best at Costco, well, at least on beef. Yeah, you gotta see, you know. One time I went to Costco and it was like $4 off of this beef. And then I noticed that all the beef was like $4 more expensive. And I was like, you know. But the one in Mount Juliet, they have the chuck rolls and they have them for great prices. They got the picanha though. And I'm like, $70? Are you kidding? Like, I'm not gonna pay that. And it's not enough. Like, if I'm gonna feed my gang, it would only feed them one time. And I'm like, that's a very expensive meal. That's almost like Christmas-esque, but I got a goose outside. We could do the Christmas goose. Heart attack goose. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in a pot. I don't have a pot big enough. All right. Bill Cook says, I get free pork or beef fat from BJ's. That's awesome. That's awesome. I have to pay $0.25 for mine. And then since I'm like, maybe what I'm eating normally and not adding all the extra butter because I fell for the butter thing, or add more fat. And it works. You feel great, but I gain. So I can't. I can't add more. So I backed off. But I know where to get it for real cheap, and I get a lot of it. Cut it up. Thomas said, I need to get new knives so I can start buying bulk or beef in bulk, or get a knife sharpener. Because I did not sharpen my knives when I cut up that chuck roll. And that was hard, but it was fun. I'm glad I did it once. So what you need to do is go to the Walmart and get yourself some of those fishing knives that they have that are like kind of cheap. They're already sharpened, dude. Go for it. But also get a sharpener. I got a pocket sharpener. Love it. Do you guys have mobile butcher vans who visit your town? We have 2. Oh, that's awesome. No. Because why? They make us drive to all the places we need to go. And Lisa says, we've been eating ground beef mostly lately until I got the chuck roll, 30 cents less a pound than ground beef. That's a great deal because you can make your own too with the chuck roll. And like when I go to Sam's Club and they have like the big rolls of the beef and they're like $5.34 a pound, I'm like, I think GFS has them cheaper. And I go to GFS and they're like $4.99 a pound. So I'm like, you know, you're saving a little bit of pennies, but it works. I bought them out. I still have 3 big rolls left. I like hamburgers, so I don't care. I like cold hamburgers. I don't care. Whatever. And Julie says, hope the meat prices come down before the holidays and the shutdown shuts off. Sad. No SNAP for people. I saw that somebody was like, hey, why don't you guys pass out like real food to the kids for Halloween because you never know. And I'm just like, that's sweet. Ramen noodles with their candy. It won't work. Ramen makes you hungrier. But, you know, a lot of people are just coming together and they're like doing their food banks and they're making sure everybody's eating. Community. We don't need the government. There, I said it. My son Pete is going to be like, Mom, don't say it. Yeah. What shut down? The government has shut down, but they're still flying their big helicopters and everything. Sorry. Lost my voice. You need both. I only have one steak knife for eating. Is it serrated? I have no idea how to sharpen the serrated ones. That's great. A butcher on wheels. Yeah, that is great. I want a butcher on wheels. I want to find a butcher. There's some shops around here. I have to go visit them sometime. But I just feel like they'd be more expensive. I don't know why, but I just feel like they'll be more expensive. Just got a bit of a disappointment. Have the Renfo scale from a riblet, and now I'm finding out gives false readings to toe amputees. Really? I don't really trust any of the scales that you put batteries in. Need a good one. Need the doctor one. I do have a few short, very short, scary stories. Ooh, yay! George is gonna send me photos of the mobile butchers. That's awesome. Thank you. That will be the next time my phone dings, probably. It'll be like, ding, ding, ding. Okay. I think... We did the Pitt Cemetery. I think we talked about Auburn Town Hill, but I'm not sure. So maybe I'll read it. And let's see, Terry Sue says, making my coffee. I decided to get up after all. Rise and shine, Terry girl. Give God that. Glory, glory. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell the boys. I go in there. I should do it with pots and pans and be like, rise and shine, to wake them up. Because those teenagers, man, they take forever to get out of bed. Because you're probably up all night playing video games and dropping Chromebooks. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Sharon said, the best steak knives are from Texas Roadhouse. I was reading the name on the blade on my birthday. My son found them on Amazon and ordered them right then and there. Do you remember the name, Sharon? Come on, share. Good morning, Cindy. Cindy's up early. Are you in Central Time, Cindy, or are you more, is it 8 o'clock for you, 8:30? I don't know. It's raining where Bill's at. It might be raining today, too. I didn't get my walking in yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys, die. I only got like 2,000 steps recorded. I forgot to put in the counter until like 1 in the afternoon though. And I was moving around, but I had like the worst sinus pressure. And it was weird too, because it felt like there was air pockets in my sinuses and they were like cracking or something. It was weird. I was like, ooh, I don't like the way I feel. And it's all because the weather is changing. And Jeff is leaving. Have a great day. For real. He didn't even get the scary stories yet. I guess because we're hanging today. But I do have some if I ever stop talking. Okay. They're made in Brazil, Tramontina. I can't put links in today, guys. That sucks. Google. They are in, she found them Amazon, right? I remembered that. Okay, Julie says, yep, and next week clocks go back. Yeah. Oh, we got a little bit of sleep. That's nice. I like that. And then it gets really dark and I don't drive at night. I hate it. And Lisa says she's faking it till she makes it. There you go. I just decided I was sleepy again. More coffee. Power to coffee. I thought about doing a 3-day fast this week. I might do it still, but I messed up this morning because I had like a little bit of cream left from the camping trip and I put it in my coffee. So that cancels all. We're done. I'll try again tomorrow. Plus, I've got a T-bone. It's not very big, but it's good. Uh-oh. Hold on. I might have just did something to the power. Eek. There it is. Overloaded a circuit. Set of 6 for less than 30 bucks. What did I miss? Okay, yeah, that's the knives. And they're really good. So we should definitely check those out. Awesome. Your 4 a.m. will be 3 a.m. Yikes. Ah! Yep. That's sleeping time. Or actually, I try to avoid being up at 3 a.m. because that's the haunting hour. Terri said she's only eating jerky. Where did it go? I lost it. I'll find it. And Josephine said she had family here yesterday, and I had a laptop on, and they knew every YouTube I was talking about. So everybody knows everybody. That's so cool. Yeah. Cindy's gonna be bowling. Let me go back again. Okay, so Terri said, I only ate jerky yesterday, but I'm taking extra magnesium and drinking more water due to the lack of fat in the jerky. Did you see that? There was a guy and he ate just jerky for 30 days and he realized that he really needed the fat. Like he was feeling really bad. And so he went to this place. And I think it was like this big sell on this very clean jerky place. Maybe that's what it was. And he was like, can you make fatter cuts or find me the fatter cuts of your jerky? Because I am not making it. And I was like, because you need the fat. Good luck on your magnesium, water, and jerky journey. That's awesome. You hear the cats there. They like ripped up a cardboard box and I grabbed it. I tried to rip it up smaller and put it in the bag and they took it out. Seamus did it. He just, I don't know, the cats want to dance on cardboard or something. Oh no, Amazon won't let Lainey order it because there's no proof of age. Yeah! They ID'd my husband for buying a fishing knife at Walmart and he was like, should we even come back to Walmart? It's kind of weird. And Lisa says we make meat chips with brisket, very fatty and taste buttery. So good! Brisket is so good. This cat is having a mental breakdown. What are you doing? The other cats are watching it. Everybody loves jerky. They like it so much that they get into it and eat it all. And I'm like, I can't be mad. A purpley pink this time. Quack, quack. Good morning, Charger. Mopar's here. Looks like this will be a regular stream. I don't know. Maybe. Why not? But from doing a live stream in the morning, it's kind of hard for me to make a video for the day. And I'm like, should I just maybe make a few and release them on the weekend and like take a weekend break? I could do that. All right. I don't know if I read you guys Auburn Town Hill, but I will do it. Anyway. And Terri Sue said, I don't want what happened to Barbara to happen to me. No brown rice. I'm scared. I don't want to know either. I do not want to know. Remember, did you guys fall for that brown rice was healthier? The different color ones? Look, I tried that while pregnant and I obviously had to test my gestational diabetes and it did not work out. So I was like, I'm not eating that. Everybody saying hi to Rick. Our cat Angus loves tearing up cardboard. Man, they love it. They like, he pulled it out with his mouth and then he started like scratching the crap out of it. And I was like, what is this? At least it's not my record player. I'm okay. Or the couch. Thomas had that black jack. What was it called? It had like the hulls on the rice. That's even worse for you. You know? Workouts? Weighted squats? What are we doing? What are we asking? Am I gonna do it? No. My head hurts, man, from just the weather. I've got to get acclimated to it, I'm guessing. Good morning, Jerry. It was like, the whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. Yep, that's one of them. Brown rice has more arsenic in it than white. This is very true. Very, very true. You think the ones with the hulls is even worse, you know? You can't even digest that. I'm guessing. I wasn't a fan. Never was a fan, actually. Did I like white rice? I think I like the butter and the salt in the rice to make it taste better. Saying hi. And good morning. You missed all the stuff that happened to me this morning, Jerry. How could you? How could you? I'm gonna have to like become a computer fixer with the help of YouTube and possibly Google. There's a really good painting. Okay. Yeah, I remembered what t-shirt I bought. It was Roadkill Iguana. That was the one I got. I had to look it up. I like toast with my eggs so I can dip them in the yolk. Yummy. Yeah, I used to actually love that too because I loved crunchy things. So bacon. Crunchy bacon dipped in your eggs is very good. Mom described white bread as poison. We had to switch to brown for the roughage. My husband grew up in that household where it was like all wheat, you know, and it can't be white. And he wouldn't eat it. And then he was like, he wouldn't eat a lot of things, but he really would, like as a kid, he'd only eat like the white bread and stuff. So, and they had like the 1% or 2% milk, and he would only want the red cap milk, which is the full milk. He's kind of special, I guess. Oh, yay. I had fun with Rick's. I started the duck on the bike before the duck man came out. Oh. Awesome. I can tell you, Jerry, you don't have to watch it again. It's fine. They broke my computer. I have to like fix it. I don't know how. I'll figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, I'll have my son, which is really good on computers, figure it out. There's always somebody. Somebody can do something. Yes, dip that bacon in that egg. There you go. There you go. Chadwick, dipping toast with eggs is my favorite. I often don't eat toast anymore, which also makes me not eat eggs. And then, well, if you fry your eggs, fry them and let the white get a little crispy. Try not to get the yolk to like overcook. You can like use the white to dip into the egg too. Oh, eggs are good. Eggs are great. I have way too many. My husband didn't collect the eggs when I was gone, so we did that yesterday. So many eggs. Yep. I actually have one son good for computer stuff. The other one, he's good for playing video games, I think. And I have one that's good for dropping computers. And I have one that's good for bashing the keys with his hands. Oh yes, got them all. Dr. Kiltz challenged me to go raw on eggs with my steak. I'll try tomorrow and let you know. Maybe the yolks. Don't eat the whites raw, George. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even though you saw Rocky drink that with the whites, don't do it. Just do the yolks. I think it's safer. I feel like the white of the egg, if you don't cook it, carries bacteria. I don't know about it, guys. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Terry. Just the yolks. Do the yolks, okay? I've seen people just use the yolks to put on top of a cooked burger because I know you're doing a lot of raw stuff. I had 2 burger patties cooked in about 4 tablespoons of bacon grease, chopped them up, and added 5 eggs. It was so good. There you go. That is good. See, I couldn't fast today. That just sounds delicious. You know, I saw that Terry, Sue, you said that you were like cut up Spam. And we had Spam in the camp pack, but I never made it. And so I cut it up in little squares and fried it up for Rocky and Emmett for breakfast because they wanted it. They wanted it because it had the green eggs and ham, Dr. Seuss stuff on the front. And I was like, okay, I'll make it. See if you like it. I'll have to cook it first. And I cooked it up for them, and it was really funny. Like, Emmett ate a few bites, and Rocky's over there just like pushing the Spam around with her finger, and then she starts throwing it over the side of the couch. And I'm like, what are you doing? Here, let's just put it on the chicken bucket. It's fine. And we gave Emmett's to the cats. The cats ate it. I also made them scrambled eggs. Those were good. I had some. Okay, yeah. Good. I don't want you to eat the white goo, man. Or the clear goo. Burgers. The steak is good. Oh, I made carnivore ice cream with banana extract. Not a fan of that. Oh my gosh. So, when we were kids, we were kind of out of Kool-Aid, and it was the summer, it was hot, and we're like, let's make our own Kool-Aid. And my mom had all the flavorings, you know, and so I was like, let's try banana, thinking that would be a great idea. So I put banana flavoring in water with sugar, mix it up, and take a sip. It's so gross. It is so gross. It was so gross. But I am not a fan either. And I'm sure you had the same reaction when you made that. Lisa said some carnivores are becoming toxic. I don't think they're eating enough fat, Lisa. What do you think? I wonder if yolk would go good with lamb. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, that actually sounds good. You started thoughts. Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, that might be really good. What is this? Mitch was a bit emotional today. What did I miss? Go back up. What did Sandy say? What happened? What had happened? I was like, I know that there was the monkey. Let me figure it out. Go up just a little bit. Where is Sandy's comment? I'm gonna have to rewatch it now. Oh no. There's the ice cream. There's the raw eggs for quite some time, like 2 months. Did you do them in the cup, Bill? Did you just swallow them where you're like, da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na? Good. When I get to Philadelphia, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll up those steps. I don't know when I'm going, but one of these days. Sandy said Dr. Kiltz jumped Alia this morning for answering a question, and she went off for a minute. What did I miss? I had to wake up the kids for school. What do you mean? I got to watch the last 30 minutes of Guilty? What? I did, like, when I went over to Mitch, he was, like, apologizing to people and saying that Kiltz was like, I need to go see a psychologist or something, a psychiatrist. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I didn't write it. Needs to be cathartic. What are we talking about here? That's right, I do. Gotta do that. I'm the Butter Woman, the whole costume. Do the Rocky. Alright, I pulled up. You couldn't tell if it was good or bad when you ate the eggs. I've made Spam fried rice cauliflower before. It was good. You loved it. Yeah, it might have been like Spam. I tried one. I know it's kind of really salty, and I think that's what it was that kind of threw them off about it, maybe. I don't know, the cats liked it. They took it out of the chicken bucket. Okay. And then we got to the toxic one. And then Thomas said, I'm bad at separating and I'm cheap, so I hate wasting. You could separate the eggs and then keep the yolks in the fridge and then mix them with like cheese and make your, what do you call them? Chaw cakes or something? Pancakes. They're carnivore pancakes. Everybody's waving. And then I junked everything. Kelton Nelson came on his live. Okay. So it was fun then. That's nice. They're kind of like chaffles, but they're chan cakes. That's what it is. Honestly, you could just make scrambled eggs with them. Add some cheese. Do that. George says, I want the old Mitch back. The one from 2024. I miss him. Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't? Okay, Cindy's gotta go and get ready. And she says, everybody have a great day. You do the same. Do the same, Cindy. Post that video. She's like, I'm not gonna post a video. Stomach growling. I never get a 10-day fast in. How far did you go this time? I'm thinking about doing a 3-day because I did 2. And Terry Sue said the 3rd day's the best. So I want to try to go to 3. I'll get in the mindset today and be like, yeah, we'll fast. It'll be fun. We'll see what happens. And Lisa says, yes, it's sad. I pray Mitch gets the help he needs. Yeah, there's something going on, underlying thing in his life, and he can't really talk about it. That's okay. This holiday month is a high holiday for practicing Jews. Oh, yeah, it was, yeah. Did he cry? What's going on? You didn't start yet? You think Lewis is going to do it with you? I think I'll start tomorrow. I'm going to really think about it. Mental health is rough and recovering from a stroke. Yeah, definitely. Sandy, I have so much gossip. Yesterday, Mitch said that Dante wasn't carnivore anymore. Disappeared. Some sent Dante a message, and Dante made a live yesterday saying it's not true and called Mitch out. Whoa, what? I saw that Dante had a live stream and it was like 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. Sandy, thank you for keeping us all updated. I love it. Cheers. Bill said he's done 5 days with his wife on fasting. That's cool. Fasting fun because you don't eat. And so, therefore, your freezer still seems full of meat. I wouldn't be able to fast today anyway because I'm making the kids chicken thighs. I got them for 99 cents a pound. And I was just like, yeah, we're going to do like 2 big things of chicken thighs. I think they like them more than the chicken legs because it's easier for them to get more of the meat off the thigh and they just have the one bone. And Thomas said, I'm doing a program with Dr. Phil, intermittent fasting with a feasting window of 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. and sometimes 7 to 1. Okay. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Everybody loves Sandy. And Bonnie said, my longest so far has been 11 days. That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't think I'm going to go longer than 3 probably ever. I don't like what happens when you start to eat again and then you're just like, dude, I'm super hungry. And then you eat and then you're like super tired. And it's like, well, that didn't work out, did it? Lainey just failed on the Amazon Toronto front again. Oh no. How do they not know your age? Fasting saves money, that's for sure. Yep. Especially with these high beef prices, guys. It's part of your carnivore. Start fasting. Good morning, Holly. Saw you pop up over there. I slurped too much. I spilled coffee everywhere. All right, I'm gonna read one spooky story, okay? You know what happens? My tongue doesn't hurt after a fast, but I just get extremely thirsty, so I don't know how I could water fast ever. I could probably try it for like 2 hours. I did 2 hours, guys. I did awesome. Bill said, I did 3 weeks of a 3.5 day fast once. Did it help? Like, you really don't need to lose weight, Bill. You look great, but I think it helped for me. Oh, my light died. I have to plug it in. I forgot to do that. Hold on. You see everything now. Spooky. Everybody's popping along. Let me see. I was charging my phone, but I didn't have to do that. I was supposed to charge the light. See what happens when nothing works out? It's just more fun. This is a happy place. Well, we're not trying to be negative. We don't want to be negative, but it is good to know the news around the carnivore community. And sometimes I'm not able to watch all the stuff because I can't figure out how YouTube just like reset everything. So I'm missing a lot of things. I have to click on people's channels and watch them while I'm walking. It's like, it might rain today. I've got to look at the news. Oh, the leaves are changing color finally. Terri girl, I don't want to be the first, but I hear talks good in Argentina. What's going on? Okay, I'm just gonna read and maybe I'll go back. Maybe. I don't know if I've read this one yet. I might have. There used to be a house on the top of Auburntown Hill. Not the one that sat down beside the road, but the one up at the top of the rock wall where they had cut the hill down. When you turned left and went up the hill to get to Lock Creek Road, there was a drive to the left to get to the house. Sometimes there would be a woman waiting there at the end of the drive on the other side of the wooden fence. She would turn and start walking back toward the house, literally walk through the fence. After a few feet, she would turn back to see toward you to see if you were following and motion for you to come on. You could tell that she wasn't really there, but I wouldn't say that you could completely see through her either. I think it would be needless to say that we never followed her. I don't know if she stopped showing herself after I grew to be an adult, or it was the old house was finally torn down. We did venture into the house once or twice during the day. It was kind of strange feeling inside, but that could just have been our nerves. The floors had rotten through the kitchen, and there was really big glass jars that were full of these red and white things that looked like candy. Kind of in the shape of jelly beans, but they didn't look like jelly beans, and there was a doll in the place where the floor had rotted through. It was kind of half in the house and half on the ground. It's kind of spooky looking too. Yeah, I've read that one for you guys. I did. The ranchers here have to catch up on all the beef they had to kill from some cow disease thing. Oh. It was, you know, the bird flu? So cats carry it. Birds carry it. The cats would eat the birds. Cats would get it. Cats would go into the barns, and that's what happened. I think I said something about that, and it was like a year ago, maybe, predicting something crazy like that. He cried. What is it? What is going on? I missed a lot, but okay. All right. I might have read Leone Church. We were coming out of church one night. It was almost dark, and we could hear people talking softly just beyond the parking lot and toward the road. It was kind of like a loud whisper, if there was such a thing. We all stopped walking and just stood and listened. None of us could make out what was being said, and we never saw another person or could figure it out, or what it might have been. Does MAGA now make Argentina great again? Asking for a friend. I don't know. I'm not the news. I'm not the news. You might have to Google that. Alright, so along Highway 70 in the Leone community is where an original segment of the Trail of Tears is located. Thousands of Cherokee and Muskogee Indians pass through this area. They move toward Woodbury and westward to what would be their final destination. And there's a picture of the road. So that's all the chanting and voices that they heard that stuck in time because of all the limestone here. You know, they've been importing beef for a while. It comes from Brazil and it'll say it on it. So I wouldn't be worried about it, but it's you know, everybody does have to build up the cattle. I think maybe they didn't think about that when they were like, the cow farts are ruining everything. Okay, so this one's called Skinwalkers. I don't really know what a skinwalker is. I've never read these before, and I'm reading them out loud. Oh, thank you, Julie. Mad cow disease lost our T-bones for years. No beef on the bone. Yep, that's true. And Jerry said about 6 weeks or a month ago, the latest scare affecting cattle was called the screwworm. Yeah, I saw something about that. Yep. But it wasn't really big. You're not far from the Muskogee. That's where your grandson was born. Wow. That's awesome. And Terry says, I know nothing about Argentina regulations, but I'm sure we will have our USDA inspectors on the scene and their processing plants. Yeah. You might need to cook the beef now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they have to do that. They have to check everything. It's what they're there for, right? The inspectors? Excuse me. The cow was mad. That mad cow disease is crazy. That was crazy. Talk about feeding something. What is that? Like Soylent Green? It's not going to work out well. It never does. News flash. The beef sold at McDonald's is from Australia. Thanks. Do I care? I actually had some. Oh no! Seamus, don't you knock that down. Come here. Do you want your time? Look at this guy. He's huge. What do you want? You monster. Do you need a belly rub? Do you need some love? He's gonna knock over my phone. Go play. What am I gonna snuggle at night if I can't snuggle a little kid and I'm gonna wrap up a kitten? Okay. The spam eating cat. Yeah, he's like, where's my spam? Also, alert, if you had the green eggs and ham spam cans at your Walmart, they are on clearance right now. They had them for like $12.99. I was like, dang, spam is expensive. And then now they're like $6. So that's like $3 a can. And that's still, you know, it's spam. So it's still pretty high for spam. If you don't mind your little potato starch inside, that helps it crisp up, right? Or the fat. Okay. There are skinwalkers in the county. They have a wolfish look to them, I guess you could say. But they're skinny. So skinny that you should be able to see their rib cages if you were close enough. This long old face with their eyes having a faint glow to them, a greenish color. I had one run out in front of my truck before up in the mountain. I had just passed the mountain cemetery up there, and I was still in the curve when it ran out in front of me. It was so fast, I wasn't even sure of what I was seeing at first. I hit the brakes, but it had already made it up to the bank of the tree line before I got the truck stopped. Why would you stop? Why would you stop? I could still see. It was just barely. It stopped right at one of the trees and just stood there staring at me. I know I couldn't have sat there very long before it ran off, but it seemed like an eternity. The next day, a calf was found mutilated in the field back by Johnson Road. I'm not saying that what I saw did it. I'm just saying it was found and it had been shredded. Creepy. Here's another story of the skinwalker. I saw one of those skinwalkers off Hogsfoot Road. Do you like the name of these roads? Gosh, this was years ago, but I do remember that they were doing a little road work. It was at night, of course. I think that's the only time people see any of that weird stuff. I thought it was a coyote running across the road in front of me, but I swear that by the time it got to the other side, it was something completely different. I mean, it's hard to describe. And not to sound crazy, but it grew taller and was standing on its back legs. It had a long face and these weird bright eyes. I'll never forget it. The skinwalker legend comes from various Native American tribes. The creature's form changed depending on which tribe and which legend it comes from. These creatures can shapeshift into occupy or disguise themselves as any animal. Some tribes differentiate between the Nagagashlis and the skinwalkers, the former Native American equivalent of fallen angels, while the latter a moral with a gift for black magic. They're said to be extremely hard to kill, and that a bullet, knife, or spear dipped in wish ash might work. What's a wish ash? Wish ash. Say that 5 times fast. Wish ash, wish ash. It is widely believed that talking about them is not only bad luck, but it can call them and make their appearance even more likely. Oh, crap. Not good, not good. No more nightly walks, Aaron. All right, and then we have one, shadow people. Maybe I should save them for tomorrow. That's a big one. Uh-oh, there's one about the Ouija board. That's bad. Don't play that one. That's the last one. Oh, wow, I only have 2 left. We almost made it through the whole scary book. Cannon County Haunted Hills. Spooky. What are we talking about? My husband Jack used to be a meat hauler trucker, and I can tell you many stories about the USDA grape juice stamp. Is that safe? So there was some packages of meat with the stamp still on it. And my husband was like, "No, you don't buy that one." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "What?" Do I have any coffee left in this pot? There we go, a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Aaron, say fat, flat pants. I can't even say it slow, Julie. Stop. Let's see. Amy said that she had to come to the office today, tomorrow, and Thursday. It's a little much, so I have some pain. Oh no. But I sit at a desk, so it should be okay. You go see the surgeon today. That's good. Hopefully you're healing up really well then. Julie. I hate that purple ink on the meat fat. Yep. Yeah, cut it off. Like, I cut it off. I don't know. And I fed it to the dog. So I'm sure it's okay. Maybe. Let me see if I can, like, roll back just a little bit here. Beep-a-deep-deep-doo. Lisa goes, I know all about Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh, do I have any coffee left? Come on. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. It's hot. I better turn off the pot. Potato, I was about to trip over you. Watch it, dude. It's so weird. Have you seen those things where people like will take tape and make a box on the ground and the cat out of nowhere just goes to that box shape? Like just a square or something or a rectangle? Potato's that cat. Like you could put a piece of paper on the ground and he will go right to that paper and just sit on it and make himself comfy. Oh, Amy wants to play hooky another week. Oh, I wish you could too. I really do. It when you get out of like your normal and then it takes a minute to go back. Bill said, so my feral kitten doesn't run but backs up a little when I touch it. Is it still feral? He's getting close to being normal, or she. We're not sure yet, but you're working really good. Was the orange cat named Potato? No, that is Seamus. Seamus is a ginger. Potato is my, I can't pick him up because he'll kill me. So Potato is my big brown and black striped kitty cat, which on one of his sides, I swear it says poke. Like the way the letter, like it's shaped like his stripes are shaped and it looks like letters and it says poke, P-O-K-E. So you always have to boop him. You've never seen that? You've seen like cucumbers near the cats and they jump? Oh. Like you think it's a snake? Every bag in the world is a property of our cat. Yeah, like the paper bags. These kittens just like, they will run and slide into the bags. It's really funny. My orange cat's name is Linus. Does he like his blankies? Let's see. Mad Cow Maggie. What is going on? Spam was gourmet bacon. Crispy. That's great. Yeah, that's Seamus, my orange kitty cat that likes to trip me when I'm outside walking. Yeah, Argentino cowboys are called gachos. That's right. Correct. You are correct. Never wrong. Think we are good. We're doing good. I went all the way to the bottom of the chat. I'm gonna miss some things. Maybe I will read the next scary tale because I didn't read many. You have an orange feral kitty. I call her Carrot Top. Aw. My cat likes to sleep in the bathroom sink. Cool Ethan, he's black and white cat. He likes to sleep in the shower, and I always turn the shower on before I open up the curtain. And so this one time he was just like, meow, and almost fell in the toilet. And I was like, what was that? You gotta watch for those guys. You're waiting to adopt ketosis. And then your wife looks at you funny. You gotta get to a point where you can pet ketosis, and then you can kind of pick it up, put it in a carrier, and take it to one of those places that'll fix a feral cat for free because it's sort of feral. And then you got yourself your kitty. Love my audio headband. I go to Ivy-WENET on, and I turn on Kill 2 this morning with my headband on. That's cool. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I can put something on and I fall back to sleep. That's good, yeah. That's neat. And Juliet fell asleep because she was up during Killed. I guess I missed all the Kill 2 drama. There was drama. You hopped on the computer not for work, but to watch Aaron. Now, I am honored. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, the bottom of that coffee was gritty. Dead radio right there. That's silence. We're laughing at Lisa. What did I miss? Except for having a runny nose in the morning. Ugh. My head hurts a little bit again. Maybe I took salt pills yesterday. Maybe I'll make salty water or something. It's sinus. Maybe I caught something. Oh my gosh. Ugh. They didn't have like running water pump washing places at the freaking campsite. So They had like a ton of those hand sanitizer stuff, and my hands at the end of this 2-day thing were like feeling really weird, and I'm like, I hate hand sanitizer because it also kills good stuff, I think, other than the germs. But I didn't want to catch anything, not touch anything. I was like, don't touch anything in those bathrooms, boys, and use that hand sanitizer. They did have washrooms, but they were like really far away from where our campsite was, and it was just like, sure. So, let's see. Juliet, I heard it was emotional and I missed it. Oh my gosh. I missed it too because I was getting everybody up for work, for school, all of it. I'm like, without me, none of you guys would be on time for anything. You better think about that. And I'm only fueled by coffee. Like, I will wake up and be like, I want some coffee so I can wake everybody else up. That's how I work. That's how we roll. At least I do. All right. We're the skinwalkers. Let's do shadow people. Or orbs. Orbs is really short, I think. We'll save shadow people for tomorrow. A cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. Somebody cried. What is going on? What is this? What am I missing here? I'm gonna have to rewatch stuff. That's okay. I have to walk too, so I'll have something to pay attention to whilst walking. We'll do orbs. You can stand at the back of a big old cemetery up by St. John's Hollow, and just before dark, start taking photographs. I have one with multiple orbs. There could be 100 in one picture. We were walking back down the old logging trail that led from the small cemetery. Janice was just joking around about something following us home. It was so nice that day I stopped to take a picture. And I think she might have been right. I think something may have followed us home. Here, I don't know if you can see the orbs on these. They're like little blotches on the light, probably refraction, not real stuff. There's just like one orb there. Yeah. Okay. Some individuals believe that orbs are spirits of the dead, and that they often show up in places with high magnetic energy. They are also known as ghost lights. They are often caught in photographs floating over a person's head, moving around the room in straight lines, or following an individual around. Those with less ghostly thoughts believe this to be an optical phenomenon due to the camera's flash. Yeah, or a dirty lens. You can have orbs if you have a dirty lens. Or dust. A lot of dust. That shows up like an orb. Oh yeah. Yeah, they even say it. Reflected from unfocused particles of dust or water droplets that have become more common with digital cameras. There's a scary one about the Ouija board. You guys want to do it? Go ahead. Yes or no if you want to listen to a scary story about a Ouija board. Those are also awful. They open up things you can't even put back. Should have named him Link. Is he a piggy? Cats love bags and boxes. My cat likes to sleep in the bathroom sink. I already read that one. I'm kind of behind a little bit. Head feels funny. Maybe I should drink more water. Amy said she doesn't like Ouija boards, but go ahead. I don't like them either. There's never anything good that happens with playing with one, and then I think you also end up just slightly cursed with playing with one. But I'm sure it's okay to read the story. Right? Right? Okay. Back when we were in high school, we had the bright idea to play with the Ouija board one night. We technically weren't old enough to be drinking, but we'd had a sip or two, and we were in this old rundown trailer that no one lived in anymore in the backwoods. This is all horrible. That just starts scary. What? No, that's scary. We had a few candles sitting around the place so we could see, and 4 of us started playing. None of us had ever played before, and of course we didn't read the directions, but we'd seen enough in the movies to start from there. So we were all sitting around with one finger on the pointer and asking questions, and nothing happened. Finally, this one dude asked the board a question, and the pointer actually moved a little. I know it didn't move it, and no one else admitted to it, but we all secretly thought the other person did it. Not much happened that night, at least nothing out of the ordinary. So a couple of days later, one of the girls comes to school, and she said that in the middle of the night, something had sat on her bed. She had literally felt it sit down beside her and woke her up. Nothing was there. It freaked her out a little bit, but she didn't see or feel anything else, so she went back to sleep. The next night, the same thing happened, but this time she felt like she could sense someone in the room with her. She said it was very oppressive, and every night it felt like it was leaning in closer and closer to her. She and her friend got oil, and they covered the door seals and all around the windows as they prayed over the house. Whatever it was left, and none of us ever touched one of those boards again. No sense in taking chances. Whee! That's scary. It's official. No blueberries for me. Oh, congratulations, Ellen. No more blueberries. Yay. Alright, number 2. It was during homecoming one year, so none of us were really hard at work in any of our classes. And in the coach's room, someone had brought an Ouija board. And yes, Coach was in there for the whole thing. I remember several of the players very well, but the whole story is a little more faded after all these years. Most of us who were not involved in the game didn't pay much attention until the front of the class, where they were playing, and it got a little louder. One student was writing down all the letters that came through the board. Their voices would get louder, and the words like murder and slain would supposedly come through. There were other letters that came out together. They didn't make any sense though, and the secretary would lay those to the side to try to look up later. I don't know how the game ended or if the coach just finally made them quit. What I do remember is coming in the next day, and when we all got back to the coach's class, we all sat down and he stood in the front desk with those little slips of paper. He would try to pronounce what she had written, and he probably didn't get close. But then he would tell us about each of the things of those 3 sheets of paper, all of them. He had found out where Indian words, which made no sense to us because at the time, while we did have history class, there wasn't much instruction on the local history, and none of us had any idea that the Trail of Tears had gone right through where the high school area was. I don't remember what any of the words were or what they meant. Mainly, I remember how quiet everyone was. A few of the people who played wanted to play again, but the coach forbade it. I was kind of glad about that. The markers of the first talking board asked the board what they should call it. The name Ouija came through, and when they asked, the makers. Why didn't they write makers instead of markers? Okay, whatever. I feel like they talk this into a phone, the way some of this is. All right, the makers of the first the first talking board asked the board what they should call it, and the name Ouija came through. And they asked what that meant, and the board said, good luck. In truth, the words were written on the back of a necklace of the so-called medium Peters was wearing during the time of obtaining the patent. Many believe a Ouija board is a way to contact the deceased, and others believe that it is a glimpse into one's non-conscious mind, while others just think it's a way to pull strings and have an old churn. All right. And that was it. Not that terrible. There is one about, did we do shadow people yet? Or I'm going to wait for shadow people for tomorrow. And hopefully I get my Chromebook fixed up. Yes, I did. I named my daughter Veda after that movie. I sure did. Thomas J. He can't see without his glasses. That's a tearjerker for sure. You what? Creepy stories. Wait a minute. Gotta go back. Come on. Computer work. I'm tired, Rick. I want to know how to set up the weather drop for the Nightbot. Mine's not working. It gives us the same weather. We all have the same weather on Amy's. And Juliet had the mood ring and the pet rock. Terry Sue said, when I was an apartment manager in the middle of an eviction, one of my bad tenants, they left an Ouija board on my porch. Why? What? Creepy. It's better than a 10% in the bed. Yes. It's true. Amy, look and see. I don't remember in my head. LOL. So he's got to look. Okay. All right. I should do a little setup video on how to do that. Retired Rick. And Julie says, my girl too. That one was weird. That was a weird one. He can't see without his glasses. Yep. You're welcome, Sandy. I don't mind going live. It's okay. You know, it just makes more fun when you guys are chatting away because it helps me. I'm not much of a talker in the morning, and I'm like, oh no, I can't read the stories. What am I gonna do? Joy says, I have a lot of DVDs, no commercials, LOL. And Juliet said, I named my daughter Rachel after Jen Anderson and Friends. That's funny. Oh, somebody's up. Is that Rocky? Okay. Hey, we did well. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm glad we got through it, even though I have computer problems. I guess what I'll do is open it up and let the battery run out and then plug it in and try to turn it on again, because it's not great for turning it off and turning it back on if it's not going to do it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks for hanging out. It's been spooky. Really spooky. I thought about wearing a mask today. All right. Bye, everybody. Boop. Beep. Boop.